Good afternoon, folks. It is Tuesday, May the 5th, almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 76 degrees and breezy, and I'm going for a walk. I tried to work on a sewing project that I had, but I couldn't get my sewing machine to cooperate with me. I got mad, so I'm going for a walk. I'm not working with this thing. So I have my umbrella with me in case it starts raining before I get back, because looks like there might be some rain moving in at 4:30, and I may or may not be back home by then. So I'm walking solo today, seeing as how the kids are back in school. They're already making plans to come and stay some when school's out this summer. I missed my turn. I'm going to go down this way. So we'll have to get some walking trips planned up and maybe get us a spot made up to where we can camp out a night or two here at the house. It's a beautiful day. Not too hot, breezy. So, we'll see you later. I don't know how far I'm gonna go, but I'll take you along and see you later. Alright, so the top of that tree broke out and fell. At least it stayed off into the woods. And then it looks like that other tree has fallen over and fell into another tree. See, it goes right down in there. And that's a little bitty tree be holding that big tree up. Not much of it holding it up there. It'll probably be on the trail here in the next day or so. I'm going to head up the south end of the rock garden, South Rock Garden end, up to the top of the ridge and over to the picnic table. And then I'll see where I go from there. Got to get across this little bit of water first. Nobody's ridden on this trail in a while, so it's starting to grow up some. Needs a little trail maintenance done on it. I might come one day and work on it. That would make a perfect bathroom tree. You can either sit from the other side, sit on the little wedge in between, or you can squat over the hole. Perfect bathroom tree. You forget how fast you get out of shape when you don't walk every day. It's probably been a week since I've walked, 4 miles? And it's tough. So I knew I better get in a quick walk today because I won't get to tomorrow. Got to take Aunt to the dentist. So that'll be a half a day job with her, and then it'll be raining most of the day, which rain doesn't bother me. That's what I have a rain suit for. So, and might get to walk again Thursday. I don't know. I just have to wait and see when those days get here. Whew. And just slow and easy. I did walk a little bit with the girls on Sunday, But I think we only wound up doing about a mile. But a mile's a mile, so better than none. Made it to the beginning of the climb to go up to the top of the ridge. And then I'll touch back with you when I get up there. Just slow moving. Made it to the top of the ridge. Now, time to walk across the top to the picnic table for about a half a mile. Whew. Sit up there and rest. Sorry, excuse me. Sit up there and rest and drink me some Element drink mix. And figure out what I'm going to do from there. I know I said that earlier. Definitely don't want to mess with this booger. He got sticky spines everywhere ready to get you. Now I'll have to do a tick check for sure when I get home. So a lot of these grasses about waist high up through here. So, but I'll be all right. I'm not scared. I'll have to take a shower with some poison oak scrub when I get home too, just to make sure I don't think I'm allergic to it or anything, but just to be on the safe side. Glad I'm just seeing the skin. Oh, he was a big old boy or girl. I'm gonna have to really be on the lookout walking through these rocks now. After seeing that big skin. I knew eventually walking up through here I'm liable to run up on one, but seeing that big skin really changes perspective. I'm almost to the picnic table though, I'm not too far. Made it to the picnic table safe and sound. Didn't see any more slithery creatures yet. Hope I don't. There's my big old favorite tree all branched out and bloomed out. I love coming up and looking at that tree. All right, so I'm leaving the picnic table. Excuse me. Excuse me. And get out here walking and stir up all this dust and everything. It gets me to sneezing. But, so the rest of this trail will be pretty clear. Won't have a lot of weeds and stuff growed up in it. And I think I'm just going to do this portion and go back to the house. That'll be about a 4.5 mile loop. So my little legs was pretty tired by the time I got to the table. So I think this would be it for now. I ate me a peanut butter sandwich before I left, peanut butter and banana. I was going to bring it with me, but I was hungry, so I said, well, I'll just go ahead and eat it. So, although I do have some snacks with me. I have a granola bar and some gummy bears or something. But I'm so full from the peanut butter sandwich, I really don't want anything. So I'm just going to mosey on and make my way home. Sorry for the sniffling. I'll blow my nose here in a minute so you don't catch me. You don't have to listen to me blow my nose on the camera. Well, I am on the ground again. I got into this loose gravel coming around this curve here, and down I go again. That's kind of getting to be a normal every time I walk. I've got to fall at least once. Got a little bit of roughed up skin there on my side of my leg at my knee, but it's all right. Nothing's hurt. Going down's the easy part. Getting up's the hard part. I need to be getting up because I just heard something making some noises up here in the woods. So I need to be getting up on my feet. These rocks is just hard to get footing on. I think it was just a deer probably blowing at me, but I need to be up on my feet. I don't like that, hearing noises behind me and me on the ground and can't get up too fast. So I think it was just a deer blowing at me. But I'm up now, so I'll gather my sticks and my hat, get my hat back on, and I'll get on down the road. Shoulder went down over here. One foot right over in there. Other foot slid right there. But I'm okay. So I've got myself gathered back up. And I'm getting on down. Let's see if I can do this without falling again. I think I might have fell on one of my sticks because my hip sure is hurting. But I'll survey all the damage when I get home. I haven't been up through here in a while anyway, so it's super slick. Yeah, that right hip kind of hurts. I think I landed on something with it. Feels like it's going to be a big old bruise. Or a big old skimp place. Got a pretty good indention there close to my elbow where I landed on some rocks. No blood or anything, but it sure does burn and itch. Oh, right, that's probably why it's itching. I got a good little scrape right there. Yeah. That's why my hip burns so bad. Hurts. I knew it was skin up. And down there's my leg. Got a little skint on the left leg. So I got skint both legs. Right arm. Because I fell mainly on my right side. It started sliding and down onto my side I went. So, but at least I didn't hyperextend any knees this time. Last two times I fell, I hyperextended my knee. My knee hurt for a week. So I can heal from a few scrapes and bruises. I keep looking back too to make sure no critters are following me from the blowing. I think it was probably a buck deer because it was sort of a snort and a blow. So I think it was probably a buck deer blowing at me. Now, hopefully I don't have anything else happen to me before I can get home. flowers are just so pretty. Looks like bells. Alright, so I'm coming up on the junction where I'm going to make my right turn and go back toward my house. I think I've had enough excitement for the day. Whew. This will be downhill and flat. Hopefully I won't fall down any of this going down through here, but so it'll be downhill, flat most of the way, and then the last, I'll have about a quarter of a mile climbing, and then the last quarter of a mile will be flat and then down to the house. At least I've made it back to the newest burnt portion of the forest, and I can see up through there anything that might be following me, that might have been blowing and sort of snorting at me earlier. I haven't heard it anymore since I dropped down low anyway, but it's just kind of spooky when the trees are so thick. You can't hardly see through them. So, but I believe I'm good. I'm close to home, which they claim most accidents happen close to home anyway, so. But I'm getting closer to home. Getting closer to the end of this little walk today. All these roots up through here will trip you up fast. You know, you'd think when you got to the flat part, you wouldn't have to watch the ground so much. But nope. Still have to keep a lookout for all the roots that can make you trip. Perhaps start having right shoulder pain tomorrow, which I hope I don't. Hope I don't jinx myself. In the rotator cuff area, I'll know it was from my fall today. Whew. About to start climbing back up again. So I'll put y'all away for a little bit. Oh, I hear the frogs are jumping. Doop, doop, doop. There they go. They always make it in there before I can get up there to see. They jump in and dive down deep. Well, this other big old tree that was here at the South Loop Trail that comes out to the connector, I guess the Southern South Loop Trail, that already cut down one tree that was right in the middle. But this old big boy, I knew it would fall eventually, but we'll have to get him cut up. All right, fixing to start my climb up to over there, and then it'll be a flat walk the rest of the way home until I start downhill, which hopefully I won't fall. All right, so I am back on the flat part, well, almost to the downhill part, headed back to my house. It's been a good day. Whew. Nice and breezy, but at times it got hot. I'd be in sections where there wasn't any breeze blowing. And so I'll do a screenshot of the mileage when I get home. Probably around 4.5. It's 4 o'clock, Tuesday, May the 5th. And I have to put an ice pack on my hip. It sure does hurt. For no more of a scratch than what it is. I'm going to walk down here to the camping area and see what it looks like. The neighbors that owns the land, they came up here and camped Saturday night, so I know he's gonna, I think he might work on putting some tent platforms down here, I don't know. But sometime this summer when the kids are out of school, and the granddaughter and niece are over here, I'll ask them if we can come down here and camp one night, because they want to come camping. So, go down here and check it out. Okay, it looks like it's still just all dirt for right now. Yeah, alrighty. It's still nice and clean. It looks good. Oh, sorry. I had y'all pointed up too high, didn't I? Alright, it looks good. Alright, so I'm going to go. Well, let's go on down here. I didn't want to go on down here because it'd be uphill on the way back, but let's just go on down here and look. I know I was going to come down here one day and clean up down here, pick up rocks and move rocks out of the way and stuff, and I hadn't took time to do it yet. So had to bring my loppers back one day and cut a lot of the tree roots that's sticking up. Alrighty. Alright, I could go up that road, but it's kind of growed up more. So I'll go back up the way I came down. There's kind of two roads. Comes down through here. The other one's a little steeper than this one, so you get more of a workout. But I've already had enough workout right now, so. Alrighty. Like I said, I'll take a screenshot of my mileage when I get home. So if you like the video, please give it a like, a share, comment, and subscribe so you can get notifications when I put up new ones. All right, see you later.